my mom and I are going to Greece in a couple of weeks. So I started thinking about all the things that I wanted to bring with me. And of course, I'm going to take my beauty bag. But I was looking at it and I've made that beauty bag. So it's a crochet beauty bag that's about like this size, and I made it last year, and I've been looking at it every single day for the past year because I use it every single day and I really really love it. But I've also kind of been wanting to have a little bit of a change. So I thought it would be a good time for me to make one in a different color. And I had all these blue yarn, like this very two different kinds of blues. So I started working on it, and then I was almost done and I realized that I didn't have enough of the light blue yarn. So I frogged the entire thing, and I thought it would be kind of the best moment for me to start working on a mini version of my beauty bag. So I ordered more yarn to make the big normal version of it that I'm gonna use to put all the stuff that I'm gonna take with me, like in my suitcase. So like my toothbrush, shampoo, soap, everything. And then the mini version, I think it's gonna be kind of an on the go kind of pouch. And this one I'm gonna use to put maybe my sunscreen, something for like my lips or something, things that I use during the day and that I might want to take with me to go to the beach or to go walk, well, on a walk. That's what I've been working on. It's kind of a very fast project, which is also fun. I really love to have projects that I can work on only for a few hours. It's just so satisfying to me, especially when I'm in between longer projects. I like to have one that's a little bit like easy and quick and fun to make. I got my yarn for making my big version of the beauty bag. The other one is ready to be assembled, but I think I'm gonna wait until I have all those parts, like the different parts, and then I'm gonna assemble everything together. In the pattern, I detailed how to attach all the parts so that it makes sense and you don't have to go like attach one part to another and then start again. Like it's all in one shot. So I need to look at it again, look at like how I did it the first time. And I think it's nicer if I make both of them at the same time. So that's what I'm gonna do. This one is again Lina. So I asked my stepmom. My stepmom is Norwegian, and I asked her how I was supposed to pronounce the name of this yarn by Sandnes Garn, and she said Lina, 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 something like that. She said that I should not confuse this with another word that is actually Lina. So it's not Lina, but it's like Lina, Lina. I hope I'm saying this right. I heard so many different ways of saying this yarn, like the name of this yarn. I've always said Lin because it's such a French way of saying it, but I don't know which one I'm gonna keep for now. I really love the colors that I picked. The very cream one is for the detail around the zipper. I'm gonna do that color, I think, on every beauty bag that I ever make because I have this really nice lining that is exactly the same color, and I have a zipper that is exactly the same color, and I just like this kind of detail. This one is Kit. It's the one that I use for my tank top too. So I had some leftover, so that's what this is. And then there's like Almond, which is a little bit more sandy than the Kit one, but it's very, I think it's one of my favorite colors from Sunless Garn right now. I really wanted to make my escape sweater in this yarn, like in Peer Gynt, but in this color. And I think I'm still thinking about it. And the other one, I don't remember the name in like the official name in French. It's called Café au lait, Café au lait, which is like coffee and milk. I'm really excited about this color combo. I think this one is gonna be really, really nice. So I'm gonna make those parts. Maybe I'll be able to finish today or tomorrow. Then I need to cut the lining. So I went to buy the lining and the zipper. So I need to cut the lining for both bags and assemble everything and put everything in everything. And it's just seems like such a quick project right now, but I know that it's probably going to take me way more time than I think it is. So I finished making all my crochet parts for both bags, like the mini and the normal size one. And what I usually like to do when I finish making all the different parts is that I like to block them, but I don't really like to water block them because it just takes a long time and I don't feel like it's very necessary. I feel like if you have a steamer, that's all you need to have. Like I take my steamer and I go on each piece and then I just make sure that everything is the right size, everything is flat, and that way when I start assembling everything, I know that it's gonna kind of look like something right away. It doesn't really look like it's a little bit floppy right now. It's definitely not going to look like that once there's a lining and the zipper and everything, because it's just going to give it more structure and it's going to look way more finished with the lining inside. That's why I just love to add a lining when I'm doing these kind of projects. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to attach the zipper on both bags. So I put them in place and then I hand sew the zipper. And then the lining, I need to cut all the pieces for the lining. So the pieces for the lining are exactly the same size as the pieces that I crocheted, and I'm gonna assemble everything exactly the same way that I assembled my crochet bag. So it's just the only thing that's different is just that I'm gonna sew instead of crochet the pieces together. I'm not really good at sewing, but I'm learning how to hand sew just because I want to be able to basically take my projects anywhere.